Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for today. We're going to see what you need to know right now. This could be past, present, or future for you. Okay, you're going to know best how it resonates and where it fits on your timeline. So with that being said, let's just jump right in. Sagittarius, and see what you need to know right now. What is going on with Sagittarius at this time? Holy angels and the spirits watching over you. The Ace of Swords and the Devil. The Nine of Swords and the Five of Wands. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Cups. So there's some sort of truth here, okay? And it looks like there's a devil energy that is very stressed, very worried. There's an owl on this card. I don't know if it's focusing in on that, but there's an owl on that card. Okay, Five of Wands, a fight. Or something about outside. Okay, nature, Five of Wands. Okay, so the truth is out about a devil energy here. A fight, an argument, a conflict, or somebody is combative. Let's see what this is. Okay, something about when the eyes lock in, all right? Because the Ace of Cups, this is not focusing, is it? Oh, it is, okay. Something about when the eye locks in on something, okay? Like an owl does. Is it focusing? It's not focusing. I've got to get the hang of this thing, this new camera here, okay? Something about seeing something like an owl, like when an owl locks in, right? Is it not? No, doesn't want to focus. I got to figure out how to do that, okay? So that the camera will focus automatically. Let's see. What's the Ace of Swords? The Five of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Wands taking action to avoid a conflict or someone having an inspired idea. The Two of Swords, not seeing something clearly. Not knowing what to think, not seeing something clearly, but there is clarity here, the truth. Let's see, what's the Devil for Sagittarius? The Emperor. Okay, the Emperor here. Lovers in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Something about a breakup. No, this is someone without family. They don't have a relationship. They don't have family. They don't have anything to their name. This appears to be an older gentleman here, the Devil. They don't have family. They don't have assets. They don't have a relationship. They don't have anything here. It's an older gentleman with a white beard. Oh man, I'm sorry, Sagittarius. I don't mean to make your reading here the experimental one, but I'm realizing the camera's not focusing. Okay. Oh well, I gotta figure it out after your reading. Okay, so the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Tower. So you could be the Queen of Wands, okay, Sagittarius, or you're dealing with this person. This has to do with somebody being victorious in a situation, but there's a catastrophe here. It's a shocking Tower moment. Somebody is stressed out. They're very worried about something. They're all up in their head. What's the Five of Wands? The Three of Cups. The Five of Cups. The Devil again. Two of Cups and the Devil comes out again. So this could have to do with a relationship, somebody fighting, an argument in a relationship, and somebody being sad, grieving, mourning, some sort of anger, resentment, jealousy. Okay, tell me more about the Ace of Swords, please. The Nine of Swords, the truth about this fear, this anxiety, this stress, this worrying. What do you mean, the truth? Abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Abundance. Keeping a positive mindset. A boat. Receiving what you need. Why is somebody stressed out here and worried about you receiving what you need or manifesting something? Somebody is really stressed out about this, or they're really stuck in their head about the truth coming out. The fact that you're receiving something, you're manifesting something, you're able to move forward because you're getting something that you need. Abundance. The Three of Swords. And the Empress. I'm getting like, it's so weird because when I first, like before I did your reading today, Sagittarius, I was thinking about the song from Lady Gaga, Bloody Mary. And it's really weird, but the Empress is the divine feminine energy, right? Like the divine Mary, okay, or the divine feminine. And then you have the Three of Swords next to it. So what is this about? The Moon. It's about something that has been hidden for a very long time. There's been no truth, or somebody hasn't known the truth about something in a very long time, or it just hasn't come out. Something has been a secret. There's been a mystery here. There's been no truth. Or people just didn't know the truth because something has been a mystery. It's been hidden under the moon energy, so under darkness, under illusion. And now somebody is stressed out and worried because you're getting the truth, or you're finding out the truth about something maybe that they have done, that someone has done. I just don't know why they're scared about this. Why? Because of the Hierophant. Because of somebody with a title, some sort of an institution. Someone with a title, an organization, an institution. Somebody in authority. Something about military. But why is this stressing someone out? That's what I'm not getting. Why is that? The Knight of Wands. Yeah, it could have something to do with like... Why is that stressing someone out though? Because of the Ten of Swords in reverse? Because there was no betrayal? The bad memories of the past. There was no betrayal. There's no painful ending here. Tell me about this Devil. Judication. Yeah, somebody with a title or somebody under judgment. The devil is under judgment right now. The devil is being judged for something. Tell me about this devil being judged here, this Emperor. The Eight of Wands, it's coming in quickly. The Chariot. The King of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and Justice. Yeah, this could have to do with somebody with a title or somebody in law or somebody that works for the justice system. This could have been some sort of an order as well with the Eight of Wands. What is that about? The truth coming out. The truth is coming to light. Be lighthearted, finding out. Things are coming to light. So it's basically what it's giving me is that there's someone here. They might have thought that they were going to get victory and success with some sort of information. They thought they would be able to destroy something here, maybe in your life. But the truth that's coming out now is really worrying them. It's really stressing them out because it could be proving them wrong. It could be showing that somebody here was wrong about something. Tell me about this Nine of Swords, please. The Thief on the pathway. Something about outside, something about being on a trail, okay? Something about being out in nature. So you might have seen someone here, a thief outside or someone outside that caught your eye, or while you're out in nature, maybe on a trail, okay, in a park, I don't know. Something about the owl. The fact that that's coming out with the owl like that. That could have been the way that somebody looked at you. But why is this person now worried about this encounter that you had here? Why are they so worried about this encounter? Because they can't defend themselves. Seven of Wands reversed. They don't have a defense. The Three of Wands. Because of something that they planned, or they said something about a plan, or that something was being planned in the future. Strength and Death in reverse. This is how somebody tried to avoid change. They tried to avoid some sort of a transformation so that they could have the upper hand in a situation. They could have control. Tell me about this Tower. A marriage. Something about a marriage, a married couple. The number 3, they had an something about the future, a message of concern because of an expectation here with the courthouse. What's going on in the courthouse here? They thought they could avoid a catastrophe. They thought they could avoid something bad from happening. Or that's what they communicated. The Hierophant and the Five of Wands. Something about, a fight, an argument, a legal battle maybe. An argument breaking out, a fight breaking out in an institution or something with the courthouse. Something legal, definitely. The Nine of Pentacles, fighting about money, fighting about a lot of money. in an institution here. What is this Hierophant? Is this the courthouse or? It's a wealthy man. Okay, so a bank, the IRS, taxes, money, some sort of an institution tied to money. The wealthy man fighting about money. Abundance, manifest exactly what you want. Somebody here is really stressed out about the truth coming out about something. There's a tower moment here for this person because of the truth coming to light, maybe about something that they've done, okay? Trying to have control in a situation. What is this fight about, Five of Wands? A third party interfering in something, seduction. A third party that interfered in something. No, S-E, separation, seduction. Okay, S-E, someone's name could start with S-E. It's about the letters. All right, why is this fight here breaking out with another person? Because of a relationship that they have, a friendship. They are connected in some sort of way. Yeah, official person. Okay, this is someone's friend. All right, so now somebody is really stressed out about the truth coming out, about some sort of money, about something that went down, something that happened. This is a devil. This is someone that's trying to control the narrative. They could work in an institution. They could work for the justice system. They're lying about something. They don't want the truth to come out. So they called up their buddy here, S-E, whoever that is, and asked this person for a favor. Now they're all stressed out and worried about it. Because of a great fortune. Yeah, something about money. A lot of money. They don't want to be concerned about this money. There's something here that they don't want looked into, and it has to do with money. And there's somebody in authority that is pulling strings in the background to make sure that some sort of money doesn't get looked into, someone doesn't get looked into, something doesn't come to light, because they must be implicated in it in some sort of way in the background. Okay, so they're pulling strings in the company here. The King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Because of some sort of evidence or some sort of money here, okay? All right, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, some sort of money. The Five of Cups, and now somebody is sad. Now they're sad, they're in regret. Why? Why is someone sad and in regret here? Because of what this person was planning, bad memories of the past, or they're just a bully, or they refuse to grow up. This person is childish and immature. They had a choice to make, and they refuse to work together with others, okay? Or they're not a team player. This person is a bully, they're not a team player, or they didn't want to work together with others. They didn't want, yeah, they want something all to themselves. They want control over something. Because that's the only way that they can have control, is if they're the ones basically gatekeeping or safeguarding something, right? Making sure no one else can look into it. No one else can have access to it. I feel like that's what this is. Okay, so what else? Change. Now something is changing. What's changing? that somebody is not working on something, or they did something sloppy, they did something at work, they made a mistake at work, or they're bad at their job. The message about the Queen of Cups. They sent a message to a Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's a King of Swords and a Queen of Cups up here. So they sent a message to a Queen of Cups. The Hanged Man could be a Pisces, or something got blocked. Or somebody is having a moment of enlightenment, or they decided to block something here. What is this about? What's the message to the Queen of Cups? About money. About some sort of money, income. They blocked a message about money. Okay, that's what this is, right? So something comes in. This King of Swords, something ends up on their desk or with their friend here that's pulling strings in the background. Something ends up on their desk. They seem to work in justice or in the legal system somehow. And this is about money. And because this person doesn't want this looked into, they block it and make sure it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go any further, because they're stressed out and worried about something moving forward with money. They don't want it to move forward. They want to make sure it goes dead in its tracks, basically, because they're stressed about the truth coming out about something. Right, so... Okay, so where does it go from here then? This person is obviously very nervous now. So what happens next? The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, something about a lot of money. A lot of money, or their job, or someone's job, career. They manipulated something. They gave false information. They lied. They tried to manipulate something. The Knight of Cups, Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So, yeah, some sort of financial news, or they tried to silence something or keep something hush-hush by manipulating the information, pretending like they were being helpful or that they helped someone, or... Yeah, but they lied. It was a lie. They didn't help anyone. Death. No, they didn't. They deaded it, basically. Yeah, they ended it. They deaded it. So it's like... So what is this about helping someone? What is that about? Talking, yeah, in an email, okay? Or a conversation, an email, a message. So they lied in some sort of an email, in some sort of communication, conversation, that they were helping someone, or that they were going to, or they received an email maybe, I don't know, one or the other. So they received an email, or someone did, a message came in. And they lied in the message, or they lied in the email, or they lied with their response, or they lied to someone here. And by saying something was not enough. Not enough, yeah. Okay, so this is like you coming towards this person and saying, hey, I have an issue with this and this and so. And they tell you, I'm sorry, but what you have is not enough. We can't help you. We can't do this. It's not our job to look into things like this or to take care of things like this. So what you have is not enough. Okay, you're going to have to find someone else. Now, I feel like the reason why they did this and said this to you is because they wanted whatever this was dead in its tracks. They don't want it to go anywhere. Okay? They don't want any of this to be looked into. So they're like, no, we can't help you, right? This is like let's say this is like a work situation, okay? and you want to go to HR and you want to report your manager. And then HR turns around. This is the thing. The people that are responsible to handle things like this or complaints like this, right? It's like you go to them, you go to HR and you try to report your manager, and HR turns around and says, actually, that's not our job to look into stuff like this. It's not our job. So you need to go to your manager and complain to them. And you're like, why would I go to my manager and complain to them when they're the ones I'm trying to report, right? That's this. That's this. Okay, because whoever this is that doesn't want to be looked into is pulling strings in the background with HR, making sure HR tells you, no, I'm sorry, what you have is not enough. Okay, you're going to have to go back to that person and do it yourself. And you're like, why isn't that your job though? You don't want to do your own job now? Okay, so HR doesn't want to do their own job at this point. They feel like it's not their problem. Right, that's this. And they're lying to you, or they're lying to other people, saying that something is over, it's not going to go anywhere, okay? Because they're stressed out and worried, they don't want something to be looked into, and it's okay. The Wheel of Fortune, okay? But something here could have sealed their fate, or it's a turn of events now. This is some sort of karma because of the King of Wands. Okay, so this could be you. Maybe you're the Sagittarius here, or a King of Wands is about to be someone's karma. Okay, that's what it looks like. The Four of Pentacles, because they're trying to hold on to control. They're trying to hold on to control. The Empress. Thinking that they'll have victory and success here with some sort of a choice that they're making to hold on to control. Yeah, there's something fishy, I feel like, what this person did. So it's like it's either a legal situation, it's an institutional problem. It's like you're going somewhere to report something, to report someone. They're telling you, no, it's not enough what you have. We're not looking into this. It's not our job, even though it is their job. They just don't feel like doing their job. Okay, Eight of Pentacles reverse. But they also want to make sure that this thing that you're reporting doesn't go anywhere. So they'll give you bad advice, and then on top of that, they'll try and do something with the information or the report that you made so that they can hold on to control and make sure that it doesn't go anywhere else. Okay, that's what it is. So what happens next? What's the outcome here? Strength. The outcome is you're going to have the strength in the situation, or you're going to overcome this, or it has to do with your strength, having strength and courage, okay? The Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's someone here that's doing their job, but they're lying, okay? Or they're using their own job to manipulate or to get away with something. This is even giving me, like, again, like lying about their job description or what they're actually doing. It's like HR that is in charge of, looking into certain kind of things, and then you go to them and they say, no, that's actually not what we do. It's actually not our job. And it's like, yeah, it is. But, this could even be like Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. This could even be like corruption at work. Like people using their job to do criminal things with their job, or they have deceptive practices at work. Right? Deceptive practices at work. And you're reporting this, and then the people that are supposed to be looking into the deceptive practices at work are telling you, actually, that's not our job. Actually, you don't have enough evidence. And it's like, well, you know, isn't that your job to get the evidence? Isn't that these people's jobs to get the evidence and to investigate these kind of things? Like, why is it your job? Why is it your responsibility to gather evidence? Isn't that their job? I don't know. That's what this gives me, okay? But it looks like there's someone here that's about to get karma for something. I just want to know, like, it's not really telling me, though, how this is going to play out. Let's see. Anything else here for the closing words? No, they decided, yeah, they're like, no, I'm sorry, but we can't do anything with this communication, okay? We're actually not going to do anything. We're not going to tell anyone about this. 2 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Wands, 8 of Cups. Yeah, they're walking away from the burden or the responsibility. Yeah, it's like, nah, actually, we're not going to deal with this responsibility, okay? Because this is like, you need to do all the work first, right? You need to do all the work first, and then we'll consider even, you know, doing our job. I don't know. Walking away from the responsibility or walking away from the work. Someone doesn't want to do their job. Somebody does not want to do their job, okay? And they're not gonna send it to a different, they're not gonna send the message to someone else either. They're like, it's not our job. We're not responsible for this. Okay, that's all that's coming out, Sagittarius. So I'm gonna leave it there. I hope this helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.